Welcome to the fifth video of the Golang and React Fullstack real-time chat application series. So we have built out a lot of components, and in this video we'll build out our chat history component and write some CSS for chat history. And then we're almost done with our front end, and we'll start working with backend from the next video onwards. So let's get started with the chat history component. So it'll be a class-based component. We'll say class chat history extends component render. So we'll first log out the props that we're getting here. So we'll say this dot props dot chat history, and then we'll take this dot props dot chat history, and we'll map over the props that we're receiving. So we'll say we'll use the message component. Give it a key message.timestamp. So we give a key usually to help sort out and display it one by one. That's why we give a key there. And then we get message.data. So message.data is what we want to display, and message component is the one that we want to use to display it. I want to close the component here, put a semicolon here. So all that chat history is doing is all the messages that have been written, those we are basically using the message component that we've already built to display them. And to map over them, we are giving it a key, which is basically timestamp, which is going to be unique. So any unique key works here. It can be a UUID or it can be a timestamp, right? So we basically first print out the chat history props sent to this component, then we map over them, use the message component, give it a key for timestamp, and then we give it this props called message, and then we just print out message.data. Now this props called message is then taken into the message component, and then it makes a variable called temp that parses this props, right, and then sets it at message, and then we can access state.message.body, and then one by one all the messages will show up in the chat history. So I hope everything is clear. If things don't make sense, you can put that in the comments below and I'll help you sort them out. Since this front end is very, very straightforward, I'm not explaining it too much, but if you still have any issues, do let me know. And here we'll have class name is equal to chat history, and we just return h2 tag chat history, and then we return messages here using JSX. We put a semicolon here, and at the end we try to export default chat history to export the component. All right, now let's start working on our CSS. The CSS is not even going to be like 9 lines, so it's going to be very, very straightforward, very, very simple. So the chat history class that we just defined in our component, we're going to use that to access chat history. We'll give it a background color. So I'm using this color to C2E43, but you could be using any other color. Margin is 0. Padding from all sides 20 pixels. And the h2 that we defined, we'll give it a margin of 0. Padding of 0, just resetting everything. And color will be white. Now I've given it like very, very simple and basic CSS to just make sure that the project is presentable, but you can go ahead and you can change the CSS and make it much more fancy, right? So I'm just focusing on React and Golang here instead of CSS, but you can go ahead and make it as fancy as you want. So our React project is almost over, I think, and now we'll start working on our backend, but I think I'll keep this video short so that there's a separation between front end and backend. And do subscribe to the channel so that you come to know when the next video of the series comes out. And thanks a lot for watching, and I hope you're learning a lot, and see you in the next episode.